Hello everybody, I'm Steve and welcome to Green Side Up. I thought I'd give you a quick update on this carrot bed and I'll get you in close so you can have a better look. Right, you can probably see that Mr. Mole is back, and I just sowed all this the other day and he's back through and crazing all the soil. I don't think it's going to interrupt with the germination, but I have bought one of these. One of my neighbours has got them, used them a couple of years ago with very good results from it. It's a mold scarer. Hopefully you can hear that, but solar powered, and you just sink it in the ground. And I'm putting it right at this end of this bed, so hopefully it'll cover both areas. I'm just getting set up to sow my carrot seeds for the winter harvest here in the large polytunnel. I've got 3 beds emptied. This one is going to be used for something else, but I'm going to sow in this one and that one. I normally just have the one bed over winter and a few pots and tubs, but I'm increasing it this year. We love the winter pulled carrots. I mean, the flavour in the middle of winter is stunning, to say the least. So I'm going to do my usual and sow one bed Chardonnay, and I've got a couple of other varieties I'm going to sow. One, this is a tip that I got from Charles Dowding, a carrot he grows called Blauhilde 2. That's a fantastic carrot, really stunning, and it's a sort of a halfway house between an average carrot and these ones which I really love, the Autumn King. Now, I've had those as big as a hammer before, great big things, roots like this. I'm going to be growing these in tubs, not in the soil here. I don't think the soil is tilled deep enough to grow those really. But I did mention in my last carrot video, where I was sorting out the cages outside, that I was going to investigate and have a look for another variety of carrots, because I don't do that often enough. I tend to stick with the same varieties, and I found this one. It's called Nazareth F1, and apparently it says suitable for the show bench, but that's not the reason why I bought it. And it says, I'll just read the back. I know it's a bit boring, but bear with me. Mid-season maturity with outstanding, healthy, vigorous foliage. The uniform smooth skin and attractive appearance make this a possible contender for prizes on the show bench. The rich orange roots are well buried in the soil, and this is the important bit. With the roots being well buried in the soil, it's preventing green shoulders and gives roots good frost tolerance. Now, there are many varieties that will poke themselves out of the soil during normal growth, no matter what you do, and you have to go back and earth them up to stop that. The fact that they do that for you in their actual growth pattern means it's one less maintenance task to attend to later in the year, and it gives it good frost tolerance. So I thought, well, that sounds all well and good, let's see how it grows. So I bought the packet of seeds, give it a try, nothing to lose. And apparently they do compare this with the sweet candle variety, which is I think it's now the standard variety to grow if you're growing for the show bench. I know there's a few YouTubers out there who grow that. There's one I know who grows it very well, Muddy Boots. Nigel over at Muddy Boots grows sweet candle, so he might be interested in this trial as well when I pull the carrots later in the year, if there's any there. So yeah, I'm going to try those and those couple of other varieties as well. I'm not going to show you the sowing, already done that out there. We'll move on and do something else on this video. I'm sowing some peas here, and these are Oregon sugar pod. They're a Mange Tout pea. We prefer them to the normal podded peas, and to be honest with you, we'll go and buy, if we want garden peas or petit pois, we'll just go and buy them because they're so cheap and they're harvested and frozen very, very quickly. I don't think you can beat them, to be honest, but that's a personal thing. So what I've done is I've got a whole bag of these here that I bought from Premier Seeds, and I'm actually sowing half in the ground and half in guttering. I just want to see at this time of year which does better. So the guttering has got some drainage in the bottom, drainage holes that is, and it's mostly full of compost. I'll just spread the peas on top like I've done with this little drill here, which incidentally is about 1 inch deep. And when these come out of here, these will slide into that area up there, so I'll have a full line of peas. So that's that first one sown. I mean, it's pretty easy stuff. I'm not soaking them. I have done in the past. I've had, to be honest, mixed results with peas. Definitely works with sweet corn, definitely worthwhile trying with sweet corn, but I'm not convinced with the peas, so I'm doing these unsoaked this year. And I should get a crop of these going into the autumn, if not before really. They should take off really well. I mean, I know there are some people who say place them every 2 inches along a wide shallow drill. You can do that if you wish, but I just, you know, chuck it in the ground, you know me. Chuck them in the ground, and then I get on with it. And I'll just cover them with some compost, and then I'll hang this in the polytunnel. Keeps the mice off, because the mice could muller the seed. This is why I hedge my bets and put half in drain pipe and half in the ground. Still trying to work out overall which is the better method, but yeah, so there we go. That's peas. The Oregon sugar pod, Mange Tout pea. These are climbing French beans, and they should have gone out a week or so ago at least, really. But I'm going to get them in now, and they just want chucking in the soil, basically. It doesn't get any easier. Chuck them in the soil, green side up as usual. In fact, I think I'll do them in twos. And then afterwards, when these are all planted, I should build a cane structure around them. You can still sow them now if you want to, and get them growing and still get a harvest. But what I'll be doing probably tomorrow is I'm going to be sowing some dwarf French beans, and I'll grow those in one of the polytunnels for a nice speedy crop. So this variety is one called Blauhilde. So it's kind of a bluey stem and pea, but they turn green when you cook them. I shall plant these all along this edge until they're used up. And I've got two varieties in here. I've got this Blauhilde, and I've also got Cobra. I've already planted some Cobra in one of the other tunnels, the new one actually, because I'm testing the growing conditions in that tunnel. So we shall see how they do. And I'll just continue like that. I mean, you may think it's late, but they're a warm weather plant. They need that warm weather. So I don't really think it's too late myself. So there we go. I'll just carry them all along. Now, for something a bit different, these are peas. Not much different there, you say, but these are Carlin Peas, and they're kind of a northern tradition. Now, if you look them up, if you go and Google them on the internet, there is reference to them back to the siege of Newcastle, when the Scots had the town besieged, and apparently the French came to the rescue of the starving city and brought them these, well, the other name for them is maple peas, pigeon peas, but came to the rescue, sent a ship of these Carlin Peas in to rescue the city, to stop them dying basically of starvation. And it's become a bit of a tradition. It's not widespread, but it's spread over the northwest. I've never had them myself, never ever tried them. unless I had them when I was very young. I seem to remember having bonfires as a kid with mushy peas of a sort with vinegar, which is how you serve these when you've cooked them. So, but I don't know if they were Carlin peas. Far too young to know that. I believe certainly around this area in Cumbria they have them on what they call Cur Sunday, which is I think it's the Sunday before Lent or something. And that's about all I know about them. I have got a recipe for these. I will put it in the description. And these seeds were sent to me by Pauline, one of the viewers on Green Side Up, as something to try. And as I hadn't grown them before, of course, I'm eager to try anything. So I thought, well, I'll give them a try. And I've looked them up. They do grow fairly tall. So they'll also be going up canes like these beans here. And it's why I'm putting them in one long row. The whole structure can be connected together. Yeah, and we'll see how they do. And later when I've harvested them, they'll be podded and dried and then stored for... We'll have some on bonfire night and some at Easter. If anybody else has got any information about it, anybody else has grown them, or if anybody else has eaten them or knows about them, do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear and find out about these peas as much as I possibly can. I say I've done a lot of research online, but what you can tell me from people who actually use them, fantastic. So I'll get on, finish planting these, put the cane structure up, and again, that's something else to grow in July. So that's me done. That's the bridge on the River Kwai, structure built, strong enough. Anyway, that's it for today. Run out of time, gotta go home. Look after yourselves, everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ra now.